I got a problem with trying to find me a probiotic, man, because when you read these bottles, man, it's
Wait, you said probiotic?
a probiotic, yeah.
It's so funny that you say that. Keep going. Go ahead.
But you see all these billions and this was 7 billion, this is 8 trillion, this is like I don't like I get confused. Like I bought one and then I saw something else and I felt like I should have got that, and I don't buy anything anymore because I don't know what to
Mm-hmm.
get. I don't know where to
Mm-hmm.
fit to because I don't know what to look for.
So it's crazy that you're asking that. Newtopia and another company that products that I've been taking are actually partnered. Bioptimizers. Bioptimizers is a probiotic based supplement company. So let me see. So I have, yeah, I keep this stuff close to me. So here, I have two of them here with me right now. This one is called Masszymes. It's an advanced enzyme formula. The reason why I started taking probiotics to begin with, first of all, my mama told me to. Me and my mom have this connection, and we're very in tune with our health, mental health, and things like that. And she was just saying, she was like, you know what, you should try taking a good probiotic. Because my mom's very aware of like some of the things that I've been dealing with health wise, and nothing adverse, but adverse to me. I'm very aware of when something's not right. You know, the mental fogginess and the digestive issues and things. Plus, us fellas, we normally do the basics. Everybody knows the basics. You're taking your protein powders. You might be taking a creatine, your pre-workout, your BCAAs, you know, all of those little supplements that help you get geeked and get big. My issue had been not being able to consume enough food. Like I have a opposite issue than most people have. Most people are trying to stop from eating bad things and this and that. I had a problem actually consuming more so I can put on weight. I wanted to, bulk up. She said, well, you need to take a probiotic, something that's going to help you digest the food better. She was like, maybe that's your problem. So Abbie actually introduced me to the Bioptimizers product, and I got a whole package of it, and it's a really good system. So Masszymes. Digestion does not start in your gut. It actually starts in your mouth. You break down the food, you chew it, and it releases enzymes. And those enzymes also go into your gut. The enzymes in Masszymes helps you break down your food. One of the main things that I realized is before a performance or an event or something like that, if I don't eat 3 hours prior to that event, I'm going to feel bloated. My food is going to sit right here. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but if you can, you know that food doesn't digest. And that's because your parasympathetic nerve system is not relaxed. You're in fight or flight mode versus rest and digest. That's another set of things that you got to deal with on the mental side, and stimulating the vagus nerve. On the digestive side, you take something like Masszymes, the enzymes help you break down that food. So I take 2 of them in between meals and 3 during the meal, and those enzymes help break it down. So I started noticing that before my baseball games, before I had auditions or a performance, the bloating was actually gone. Like I would digest my food and I would need to go before I go. So that's the first thing that I noticed with this. One of the other ones that I take is called P3OM. P3OM is a powerful proteolytic probiotic. I didn't even know what proteolytic meant, but when I looked it up, it specifies the breakdown of animal protein. That's another thing about dudes and women, bodybuilders, athletes. We eat a lot of meat, and in normal people, we eat a lot of meat, and meat is very acidic when it breaks down in the body. And your body should typically be more alkaline balanced, because an acidic body leads to inflammation and all these complications that come up with being inflamed. It starts on your digestion and moves to everything else. All right, it starts in your digestion. That every disease and illness, it can be traced down to your digestion and ultimately your mental state. But the P3OM helps focus on breaking down animal proteins. So if you're eating a lot of protein because you're trying to put on that 15 pounds during bulking season, and you just mashing steaks and chicken and whey protein, which comes from dairy, or casein protein, which comes from eggs, you're going to need something to help you break that down. And guess what? If you have something that's helping you break it down, then you're actually able to absorb more of that into your muscles and not pass it just through your waist. Then you're just getting a whole bunch of acid in your body. I'll give you what I start my day off with. It's so funny, bro. You just asked about probiotics. Like I live by this stuff now. First thing I do in the morning, cognobiotics on an empty stomach and microbiome breakthrough. Let me explain these two. Cognobiotics is very similar to, there's a product, I have no shame in naming other products. I heard people saying, try this product called Alpha Brain. Try it. It's going to get you super sharp and super ready to go and everything. Now, I tried it and it kind of gave me a similar feeling to caffeine. And I didn't like that. I'm very sensitive to caffeine. I get the jitters and then I'm just like overly stimulated and I just run in circles. But the cognobiotics, it's using probiotic sources to actually focus on the brain in your stomach. One thing they don't tell you is we have 3 brains, the brain in our head, but we have a brain system in our heart and we have a brain system in our gut. I think it's 95% of the serotonin, which is the happy hormone. It's the hormone that secretes when you're happy, you eat chocolate or you do something that you love. 95% of that serotonin is actually produced in the gut. You know, when you get those butterflies in your stomach, when you see that pretty brown eyes, you know what I'm saying? Or that thing that you're excited for, you feel it in your stomach, you get that gut feeling. That's why your digestion in your guts is so important. So the cognobiotics actually targets the brain in your gut. Here's the best way for me to explain the difference between some of the other cognitive enhancing supplements. It's like for my cannabis smokers, you know, smoke weed every day. That's me. I don't do it every day anymore, but I've had my fair share. It's the difference between smoking cannabis and ingesting cannabis through an edible. When you ingest it through an edible, it targets your stomach brain and it's just a much smoother, much fuller body high that you get. You can feel it in your body. It relaxes you. And it's just, to me, it's more pleasurable. Now, when you smoke it, you get hit quicker, but it's a brain high to me. It hits your head. And sometimes that's like, to me, it feels like the difference between caffeine stimulant and a non-stimulant enhancer. So to me, I prefer cognobiotics over mostly anything else, especially the Alpha Brain. The only thing that's right up there is most of the Newtopia products that I've taken, and they're partner companies. So I'm sure they're aware of the combination and the mixtures that makes it so good. Now, the microbiome breakthrough, I'll be quick with this one. This is actually a vanilla powder, and this one addresses leaky gut. This is the ultimate leaky gut solution, and it's a optimized gut health solution. Again, I keep telling you how important your digestion is and your stomach is. This stuff right here, I mix it with some water. I actually have a little cheat code where I add powdered matcha green tea. I make like a little green tea latte type vibe with it. But this here fixes your leaky gut issues. For those who don't know what leaky gut is, when the lining of your stomach gets compromised and the lining of your intestines get compromised, the food seeps through and that goes into your bloodstream before it gets processed, and it's basically is poisonous. It's acidic. It's not good for your body. So this goes in to repair that lining and to get their microbiome together. It gets all the healthy bacteria at the right level. It helps you flush out the bad bacteria, which hijacks your body, and it actually makes you crave all kind of bullshit. And when you have those bad cravings, those are accumulation of bad bacteria that have hijacked your body, and it's making you crave more of what feeds it. Same thing with cancer. Cancer feeds off of sugars and all, just, you know, all the bad stuff that we shouldn't consume, but it literally hijacks your body and your brain and makes you crave the things that's going to feed it. The last thing that I take, and this is last but not least by far, is magnesium breakthrough. Now, magnesium. I had to take some notes on this one myself. So this is the first full spectrum magnesium. I didn't realize that there were so many different forms of magnesium, and they all address different areas of your health. Sometimes people just tell you to go get a magnesium supplement. You need magnesium if this is going wrong, whatever. So there's different formulas of magnesium. They come in like so many different forms. This one is the first full spectrum where it has all of the magnesiums packed into one. So there's no way you can miss. Whatever you're dealing with, It's in here. I'm going to read off the magnesiums that's all in it. Okay, first of all, it has vitamin B6. It's about 118% of your RDA. And then there's elemental magnesium, which is a proprietary blend that they use, and it's 120% of your RDA. All right, so you're already up. You know what I'm saying? And then there's magnesium chelate. There's magnesium bisglycinate. There is, most of these I won't pronounce right, but F you. Sucromial magnesium. That is also a proprietary blend, but it's as magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide tends to be less absorbent, but that's why they have their own proprietary blend of it to make it more absorbent. There's magnesium malate, magnesium orotate, magnesium taurate, magnesium citrate, and humic fulvic monoatomic blend. Monoatomic, that means those particles are super, super, super small, so it can really absorb into your body. And manganese as well. There's 43% of your RDA of manganese. Now, here are the symptoms of low magnesium. You either have physical and mental fatigue. So I had the physical and mental fatigue big time out of nowhere. I just didn't realize what was going on. Constipation. I didn't really have constipation too much because I eat pretty good. I don't eat a lot of dairy and things like that. So insomnia, yes. Trouble sleeping. I cannot stay asleep. I can fall asleep, but an hour and a half later, 2 hours later, I'm up, pumping and jumping. Poor muscle recovery. If you hit in the gym and you're sore for 4 days, now, first of all, you need to stretch more before and after and do some things to actually attend to your physical muscles. But that could be signs that you have poor magnesium deficiency in your body. Poor circulation. For my fellas, poor circulation means, you know, depending on what level you catch it at, you're going to have erection issues. You're not either going to be able to get an erection or you won't be able to maintain an erection. And nobody wants to deal with that, especially my wife. Brain fog. I was dealing with the brain fog, like heavy. Depression and mood instability. I wouldn't say so much depression, but it was to an extent. But mood instability, yes, by far. Sore feet. Ben, you was telling me that like your feet been sore, right? You told me that. That's a sign of magnesium deficiency. Migraines and eye strain. Me and my little brother, we've always dealt with migraines and eye strain. The eye strain comes when the migraine is there. Like I gotta literally like turn off all the lights and put that on. But you take this stuff, take 2 of these before bed. And when I tell you, the first thing that I noticed, the first night, I slept way deeper. If I did wake up, I was so heavy that I didn't have to get up out of the bed. I would wake up, roll over, and that thing pulled me right back down. Like, it's like, yeah, you ain't going nowhere. Headlock, just, So the magnesium breakthrough did that. The second thing I noticed is that my dreams were super vivid and I remembered them. For years, I was like, damn, I don't have dreams anymore. And if I did, it would be so foggy of a dream, I wouldn't remember it. I'm like, yeah, I think I had a dream about a piece of toast or something. But like the first night that I started taking this, my dreams were so freaking vivid and I was remembering them like the whole cycle, which triggered me to research that. And that meant that I was going through the full sleep cycle more completely, because you go through your sleep cycles several times throughout the night. I don't know the real scientific frequency and how many you should or should not do. I'll get more scientific one day with that and get the details. But I was having like 3 or 4 different dreams or whatnot, and that just means you're going through the cycles. That's what, like 6 products that I got from them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 products, and that's only like the tip of the iceberg of the array of things that they offer. They have this spray that I want to try. It's called Dream Optimizer, because my sleep, that's been like one of the big things that I've been wanting to address, and I wanted to give that a try. But I can tell you, like, if you need a good probiotic system, not if you need a good probiotic system. People have been using the same vitamins and supplements for as long as I know. Nobody focuses on probiotics. They do it when they get older because the doctor is saying, yeah, you're not digesting food. And if you can grasp this at a young age and you start doing this stuff now, it's going to offset all of the things that most older people, or when you start to get into your 30s and your 40s, the things that they normally have to go through to figure it out, you'll already be ahead of the game. And I always say, food will be your medicine, or medicine will be your food. So that's just my advice. I love the products. I've been taking them. I actually have a promo code too. So if you want to get the 10%, it's gratitude 10. Gratitude 10. Use that, you get 10% off, because these products are not cheap, but they're not cheap for a reason. You got to invest in your health. And like I said, you either going to spend that money on medicine, or you spend it on the supplement now. And then when you spend it on medicine, you already sick. You already got the ailment. You already got it, or whatever. So that's so funny that you asked about a probiotic while I got the Newtopia products right here. Like I keep my stuff with me. Aaliyah would be like, "Oh my God, what now? What is another pill that you're taking?" But I'm like, "Hey, I'm feeling good right now. This has changed my life. I've only been taking it for about 2 weeks. And most time people say, you take most things, it takes you like 30 days, 60 days. I think that's just a system to make you take the products longer. I started feeling this stuff almost immediately. And I guess it does depend on your level of health and where you are in your health journey. Some people might feel it like dramatically in the first day. Some people, it might take some time because they're trying to clean themselves out or whatever, so they can get the effects or whatever. So it's made the proteins and all the other stuff that I take more potent. I absorb stuff. If I like have a shoulder issue, which I've had, and I take an ibuprofen, I feel that thing in like 2 minutes. Take the ibuprofen and it's on or whatever. So you asked for it, and you just got a whole dissertation.
I did.
A good probiotic.
I need that in my life. I definitely need that in my life, because a lot of the things that you go through, I'm going through, and I just want to be healthier. I always say, I want to become, and I think I'm doing it, but I want to be vintage. I don't want to be a hoopty. I want to be a hoopty, right? So I'm working on my body, right? Keeping my body, my mind, and my style all together, so I want to be vintage.
That's a dope line for you, vintage. I'd wear that shirt, vintage by Ben Brown. Holler at me.
No, I'm with you. As soon as we get out of here, man, I definitely need that in my life.
Yeah, get some for your mom. Get some. I'm getting my whole family on it. You know me, man. When I'm behind something, and see, I've been taking the products for two weeks, and I hadn't said anything about it, because I'm not that type of person that's going to be promoting or pushing something that I really haven't studied and took my time to understand the effects on me, because I want my loved ones to take this stuff too. And I'd be damned if somebody who I recommended this has an adverse effect that could have been avoided. Now, there's everybody is different, but I've taken these products and I've been taking them regularly. That's why they stay on my desk, because I want to remember that they're there. I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't take this because it's right here in my face. I don't keep donuts and Krispy Kremes, and I don't keep snacks in my visible space, because I will fuck it up. Or whatever. Keep it out of my sight, keep it out of my face or whatnot. But I keep my vitamins, I keep my fruits and veggies, and my pistachios and pistachios.
Pistachios.
That was good.